Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drowning in Pools podcast. Our host, as always, is DeShon and Derek.
Hi, everybody.
You're like, yeah, that one's DeShon.
Was
Derek.
good.
All right, cool. We got your voices, and I'm Cameron, kind of the lackey of the podcast at this point. I just do what I can to get everything done correctly. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing this week?
I'm cool.
Cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
I'm tired, man.
Yo, same.
Yeah, I could not get to sleep last night.
I could have, but
I chose not to.
I got salty
Oh no. SF5?
playing Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
And then I proceeded to body the fool because there's one person online, and then got bodied again because of salt, because stupid online is stupid. But then I bodied the fool again, and then I got DC'd. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna go test out this thing in training room, and you know how that goes for Power Rangers and me.
Yeah.
I was up for another hour and a half in training room. And came up with a stupid swag combo for Gia just because I could.
Oh, of course you did.
So,
Can't wait to see that post
yeah.
on Reddit.
Yeah, that's going to be happening sooner or later. But let's put it this way. It's spin, 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 spin.
Great.
Super.
Just what I always wanted.
It is the dumbest, but it's so fun.
Weren't you saying on your stream that Gia doesn't need to be nerfed?
No, she doesn't.
Uh-huh.
So look, in all realistic bullshit, Gia has nothing but the truth. She does nothing in the game that is bullshit. It's all up in your face, straightforward.
Except she has hit scan projectiles in a fighting game.
It's all in your face, and it's straightforward. If you just walk forward, block, walk forward, block, walk forward, block, and use your assist to get you closer, Gia can't do anything about it. If you jump at her while she uses those hit scan projectiles, she can't do anything about it.
Okay, man. I'll let you feel strongly about this.
So look, the trade away for her having good grounded game is that if you dodge any of her grounded game, she's completely open.
Just like everyone else.
Everyone else is not open if they just press one button on the ground.
Dude, I'm a Udana player. I don't want to hear that.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm also a Udana player.
I know.
So I get it. I feel it. Trust me. But not everybody else is like that. Okay, the rest of the cast get to press a bunch of buttons on the ground for free most of the time.
The rest of the cast plays good characters. I will say, with Jason's super getting hit in the next patch, I'm surprised Gia's didn't get hit.
No, hers doesn't do like ridiculous amount of damage.
Well, I'm just surprised because his... So you saw what his super's getting nerfed to, right? How it's going to be scaled now?
Yeah.
I'm just surprised Gia didn't get the same hit because I think her ult has 2 unscaled hits. I think the first one's scaled and the next 2 aren't.
But I think it's saying it scales for after the hit. Wasn't it saying that?
I read it as the first hit causes scaling for the second hit.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, though.
Yeah. It probably was reading like that, but nevertheless, yeah, no. So I played that game for an extra 2 hours last night when I really shouldn't have.
I feel.
Like, I was watching Fire Force all night, and then after watching Fire Force, I should have just got off the computer and went straight to bed, but I was like, it's only like 4:35. I can play some Power Rangers before bed. Yeah, that was a bad decision. So this is what I did my week. I streamed a bit. I had a good time. Played some DBZ. Played some Street Fighter. Played some Jackbox with my brother and his couple of his friends. I went out drinking. Drinking was a lot of fun, man. I went out and had a good old time.
Are you sure it was the drinking that was fun and not the hanging out? Are you really sure that's the
Okay,
part you should be focusing on?
All right, sorry, I
That's
apologize.
like if I was like, man, I went and hung out with my friends and we got high as fuck and that was the best part of the whole thing. It's like,
okay,
didn't really feel like you had that much fun.
Okay, a colloquial term for hanging out as adults with alcohol involved is called I went out drinking.
Yeah.
I went out and hung out with a bunch of adults at a bar.
Mm-hmm. You
All
went
the adults happened to be my
out
friends.
and had a few drinks with some friends. Not we
Yes,
went
I
out
went
drinking. It's just so weird phrase
I
like
went out-
that.
Okay, look, I'm fucking Valley Girl right now. Like, totally, I had a fucking great time. Anyways, so I went out, hung out with them. That was a lot of fucking fun. It was karaoke bar, so like everyone was singing, having a good time. I'm still shit at pool.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a thing. Like, the worst part about pool is that I know how the game works.
Mm-hmm.
I know how physically the ball's hitting the ball at certain angles, and that works.
Mm-hmm.
But my hands just do not cooperate with how my brain works.
I could teach you to play
'Cause-
pool, dude.
Well, I mean, it's not that I just need to practice is the main thing.
Yeah.
It's the main thing. And then like I also know how to do high and low, or forward and backward spins.
Mhm.
I know how to do that.
Mhm.
That's about as far as I get for trick stuff. But like, the only issue is that putting it into practice, I just have to put more time in matches and whatnot.
Yeah.
Fighting game terms. I just gotta grind it out, man. You know.
Right, yeah, you gotta lab it.
You gotta lab it, yeah. But yeah, so like that was fun. I like dancing when I get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I think everybody does though.
Yeah, it's because you gotta get that energy out. When you start drinking, you got all this energy.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was fun. Jackbox is a great fucking game. We should play that sometime.
Yeah, dude. If I can get all streams going and just play that shit,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so like right now, Street Fighter is a thing, and Street Fighter has a bunch of new things.
I don't
Yeah,
know
Championship
if I
Edition?
don't know if I'd call it that. I don't know if I'd say it's a thing. I'd say it's Street Fighter.
It's a thing.
For sure. I'd say they definitely revealed some character, kinda.
Okay, I'm not talking about the character thing. I'm talking about all the V triggers.
Oh well, I mean,
This like all
That'll-
these new
that'll
V
save the
triggers and
game.
stuff. Well, I mean, no, it won't. But
that's like the Sonic movie where people are like, "Oh, the new Sonic will save the movie." Nah.
no, it won't. But like, I feel like these are all things that should have been in the game in the first place.
Yeah.
Like the amount of variety that you have on characters now is actually really cool. The issue is it's 7 years into its lifespan.
Is that game really 7 years old?
Yeah.
I think it's like
decently
5.
old.
Let me see.
It's decently
Look that
old.
up. But yeah, so like there's some new stuff that came out. The only reason why I'm like really dipping my toes back in the game is because my character, Mr. Balrog.
It's 3 years old, bro. Come on.
Damn.
3 years? Okay.
It's
Still
2016.
decently old
Damn.
though. I thought it came out in 2015.
Damn.
I was totally wrong.
I thought it did come out in 2015.
I think we were all. I think
it got,
one of the.
it got
I think.
announced.
Yeah, I think it got announced. We were all just kind of excited for it because I pre-ordered it, so I got the demo and everything, which I think came out in 2015. The demo, I'm not sure.
Because someone named Mike Rosa, that man got me into Street Fighter 4, and I was like, "There's a new Street Fighter coming out. I should get that." I say it like that because at the time I was 300 pounds.
What?
Yeah, I was just making a joke about
Or
it.
new Street Fighter. I can't wait to play that.
It looks so good. But so yeah, so I got that. Anyway, so I played Balrog in that game, and Balrog just got buffed. Not even with the new V triggers, but just as a general statement. He has like 4 more frames on a bunch of his things, or not like total, but he has 4 more frames total on like 4 different attacks. So 1 frame per attack.
Yeah.
And that 1 frame makes all the difference.
Oh, for active?
Yeah, or no, for hit stun. Or block stun. So that means he can get away with certain moves and still be his turn.
Gotcha.
Or at least return it to neutral. So a lot of times when you go in as Balrog, you just lose your turn after hitting somebody. If they block it, that's your turn gone.
Huh.
There's no block strings, there's nothing. But now because there's that 1 extra frame, you at least have a chance to throw out a move that's going to punish their startup.
Huh. Interesting.
It's a real nice little buff for anybody who knows how to play the game. For people like me, it feels real good sometimes, feels real bad other times. Because I know the game just enough to play it okay. So I don't know why it feels good sometimes and bad other times, but I know against certain characters it's like, oh yeah. And then that's about it. So yeah, that was pretty much all of my week condensed down to 13 minutes because I really want to talk about Fire Force later.
Cameron's super hyped for Fire Force. I thought you'd like it, but I didn't think you'd like it this much.
Yo,
it's hype, but
oh, like I am fucked. Like as soon as they hinted at some things at the end of the newest episode, that like just tripled my interest.
Okay.
Like the first thing was the main hero getting in like the last like 5 episodes getting his power spike.
Yeah, where
cool.
where Obi tells him to do the finger thing or whatever, and
Hold
then
up, blah 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 blah. Hit up with that spoiler section.
Oh, you're right. Shit, huh? Spoilers for Fire Force.
Yeah, but the whole team got a main character power spike. So
how fucking useful is Vulcan? Like he shows up and instantly he's already like giving them all this dope ass shit.
We'll get there. Derek, go ahead and talk about your week because I don't want you to be ousted because you don't watch Fire Force.
Alrighty. For the most part, so Kayla and I did Christmas early.
Nice.
Because she is going back to her family's place, and I'm not.
Yeah. I feel you.
So, unfortunately, her present is still in the mail, which sucks. But she got me a Pokemon Sword, and I've just been having a great time with that.
Oh yeah, I saw you playing that
cool.
last night for stream.
Yeah, shit's fucking sick. It's just like it's not particularly hard, although the gyms do the Ultra Sun and Moon thing where like the bitch trainers are like really easy, and then the actual gym leaders are like ridiculously high scaled. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. I haven't had an issue yet, but like
because those are the characters you care about, the gym leaders.
Yeah, dude, the water gym leader's hair is like, really good. Anyway,
what's her name? Nessa, the black chick.
Yeah, Nessa.
Yeah,
her hair is fantastic.
She likes to flip it.
She does. Anyway, so I've been playing that. I've been playing something else on the Switch that I can't remember.
Damn, must have sucked.
Zelda.
No, like something new.
Oh, something new?
Yeah, I just don't remember what it is.
Something new. Ring Fit Adventure?
Oh, actually, yes. But I only played a little bit of that. I should play more of that.
How about that main girl, though? She's dope. I feel like I was the first one to con on to how cool looking she was. Everybody else was kind of like meh, but then I guess later on, once the game actually came out, everybody was like, "Oh, she's actually dope."
It wasn't that everyone else was like meh. Everyone else was like, "But you already had a character for this, and you just dropped her like a sack of potatoes."
Wait, that's because it's not Wii Fit
Trainer. Yeah,
it's Switch Fit, obviously.
I know.
Wii Fit Trainer can't go on an adventure. She has to stay in the yoga studio. Yeah, exactly.
the issue is her name is Wii.
Yeah.
Like,
It's-
if it was just a fit adventure girl, then it would have been fine.
or like
but no,
Nintendo
it's
Fit
Wii
Trainer.
Fit.
That would have been
Yeah,
fine too.
Nintendo Fit Trainer.
Anyway,
You know what's
so
you know what's fucked up about Smash?
what?
It's become like the place that like characters who aren't going to have a new game, they're trapped
to
here
die.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
like their souls are trapped in Smash forever. Like, it's so weird.
Dude, okay, can I say something that's been pissing me off about Smash Ultimate?
Sure.
Okay, so like I don't really play the game competitively, and like I kind of want to, but at the same time, like I'm pretty sure my internet just can't take it, or I'm too far from other people or whatever. But like whatever. You know what's pissing me off is the fact that this game has like 70 characters or some shit, and it takes so fucking long to like unlock everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've had
Doesn't
the game since
League of
it
Legends
came
have
out.
like 128 characters?
Yeah, but like a league match
They
takes
have-
way longer than a fucking Smash match.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It seems like a very similar problem that's easily ignored in League. But I don't know.
I mean,
I
I guess.
Derek, we haven't had the problem of having no characters in a while.
Fuck you. I have like 4 Smurfs. Of course I've had this problem. The big issue for me comes from the fact that with League you can experience the entire game pretty easily and not have to worry about having every character. Look at Cause.
And
Okay.
and there's also a rotation of characters that are free, so that helps out quite a bit.
And more importantly, you can pick who you can unlock.
That's also very true.
So if someone looks fucking sick, you can just work towards unlocking that character and then just one trick that character.
So you might just never see other characters, like, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
fuck, there's
and
people
it
that
won't-
Cause
and it
has
won't bo- it
never
won't-
played.
It won't fuck with the game at all. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Riot
I
wants...
played the whole roster.
Okay, shut up. Like...
Well, la
I
dee
said I
da.
played. I don't play.
Yeah.
I've played.
But, like, yeah, there are certain champions that you'll just not see. And that's fine,
Yeah.
you know? But, like, with Smash, it's like, I don't have a choice. Like, all I really want to do is play Cloud. But I don't have a choice in unlocking him, you know?
You have to play the rest of the game and then get to Cloud.
Yeah, or, like,
Yeah.
what I think is more efficient is just letting the CPU run itself in the background.
Yeah. Just
And
let
it's
it
just
do
like-
everything for you.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't how I'm supposed to play this game. Like,
Yeah.
also, fix your fucking online, Nintendo. You know, like, serious roadblock for me is getting into fighting games and not being able to, like, look at something and be like, oh yeah, that played out exactly as I inputted it, and
Yeah.
I lost because I misinputted. It was like, obviously I lost because I misinputted, but also that input either A, didn't happen, or was like half a second late.
And you didn't have a chance to fix your mistake because,
Yeah,
you know.
that is beyond infuriating for me in games.
Yeah.
Because, I was gonna say, when the game goes, here's 4 frames, here's 15 frames, here's 4 frames,
Yeah.
here's 2 frames,
I would gladly
here's 12
take
frames.
I would gladly take a 10 frame delay if it was consistently 10 frames. It still feels like shit, but at least then it's like, okay, I can get a feel for this underwater bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like in Dragon Ball, bro. There's some people who have like blue connections and it's like 2 frames and then like it drops to like 20 and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, who is watching porn? Like,
Tekken
Sorry,
is
guys,
painful in the same way.
yeah.
I heard the funniest thing about Tekken players, man.
Which is...
Yeah.
They're all high.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them. Like,
Where
the problem
is
about
the
Tekken player-
fucking lie?
Yeah, I was like the guy was talking to like one of the players he was talking about. He's like, no, see the issue with Tekken players and streams is not the fact that like everybody shows up to stream and shits on like all the players. It's the fact that everyone shows up to stream and shits all the players while they're high. So it's just this nonsense mess of insults.
You ever see a Tekken streamer on Switch? They don't even bother with the cams because the rooms are just full of smoke. Can't see
Yeah.
it.
There's Tekken on
man,
Switch.
some good shit.
On Twitch.
You
Did I
said-
say
you said
Switch?
Twitch.
Oh,
Twitch.
sorry. I thought you said Switch.
No.
Maybe I'm high.
You are in California.
Yeah.
Lucky
it's
bastard.
legal here, boy.
California. It's just in the air.
I'm gonna come visit
So
you
I've-
just for that. Derek.
Yeah, dude. Don't even see me. Just go to the weed shops.
Yeah. Just drop my stuff off at your house and
Yeah.
go to the go to all the
Like, I'll be
stores
back in 4
eventually.
days.
I just need you to keep this safe. That's all.
So I'm
Pay
looking
you,
at
like,
these
$20.
these Champion Edition patch notes
Mhm.
for Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
For Street Fighter. Yeah.
Looks like they buffed Kage because he's still a piece of shit.
Yep.
Thank God.
Oh my god, I
They-
forgot he was even a character. I forgot he
Yeah.
was even in
Yo,
Street Fighter.
There's so many people in Street Fighter where I'm like, oh, that's a character because they don't show up ever.
Yeah, nobody replaced
Everyone
them.
plays Karen. It's just a wall of Karen players.
Yeah. You'd think there'd be more
Yeah,
G
like the-
players. Everybody seemed to love G when he first came out.
Everyone still loves G. It's just he's not as good. Like that's the issue with Street Fighter. Like in my opinion, the issue with Street Fighter is that since it's so by the numbers game, that no one wants to take a chance on other numbers. They just take whoever like is the best character because of their numbers, and go, okay, we're gonna flowchart the shit out of this, and then we win. Oh nope, we fucked up the inputs. We've lost this round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
And I'm choosing to pick one of the hardest characters in this fucking game.
Yep.
But that's okay. Although,
You
admittedly,
can do it, I believe.
I'm thinking about buying the Championship Edition just so I can have a character crisis.
Okay. Yeah, you like those.
I do. Well, there's also just like I think there's a lot of cool ideas in Street Fighter 5, and I want to
super
play
are.
with them all.
They're just implemented kind of
Yeah.
not great.
Because like I kind of want to play Juri because she does Taekwondo like I used to, and I kind of want to play Colleen, and
I just want to play Juri because the fucking character.
Juri's fucking amazing. Juri was my character when I was playing Street Fighter.
Mine was Makoto, but I'll take Juri.
I mean Makoto's in the game too. Fuck it.
She's not.
Oh wait, no, it's
No.
Sakura. Sorry.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
thinking of.
yeah, that sucks. I don't care about her.
You don't care about
What
how
about-
she wants Ryu to impregnate her and fill her with babies and that weird shit that actually happens.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm also okay with Chun-Li not being like in my face all the time. That's also.
You mean
I'm okay.
the
Dude, I
single
cannot
most popular
understand-
Street Fighter character?
I cannot understand for the life of me charge characters.
They're not that bad.
Like I just can't get their moves to come out. I don't know, man.
It's all about just hiding your charge.
I guess
Oh, you just can't get the charge to like
to actually
even work.
activate, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was trying to play Nash, I think.
Okay.
Because we had a friend over and he wanted to play some stuff, and so
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I have Street Fighter," and he's like, "Oh, cool." And like I was trying to play Nash, and I just could not get any of his shit to come out.
Okay. Yeah. So charge characters.
Is that
it-
wait? Hold on, is
it's
Nash
just
even a charge
getting-
character? He is, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. I know Guile is for sure.
Then Nash has to be
believe Guile
because
is-
he's just
I-
better
well, I
Guile.
think-
At least he used to
I
be.
think Nash has a couple charge moves, but he's not a charged character.
I mean, he has Sonic Boom.
Yeah, I was gonna say his Sonic
Oh,
Booms
yeah.
are charge moves.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Anyway,
So I can't remember. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, Nash is cool. He's a cool dude. But yeah, charge characters. It's just getting used to the timing.
yeah.
Street Fighter has a very short time window, surprisingly, compared to other fighters that I played. Or Street Fighter 5, I should say, has a short window compared to other fighting games that I know of. aka just Marvel. Marvel's window is huge.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I don't have Manat on the PC either.
Manat's a cool character.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking don't ever want to learn to play her. Don't ever want to fight her. But damn, she does some cool shit.
Yeah, she was the character that really made me want to get into Street Fighter 5. And then she went off of rotation. I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah. Someone on Twitter with her new V skill
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so her new V skill that she got from the new patch, she can do a full block string to do 1/8 of your damage and kill you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, on block, she can kill you on block if you have 1/8 of your health left.
Damn.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And it's just, I was just like, okay, I was like watching the comment, like, all right, they're blocking everything. These are some cool setups, but like, they're just blocking everything. And I'm like, oh, they're dead.
You can die from chip and.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you can't.
Only by super chip. Only by super chip.
Okay. Okay.
So she was doing a full block string with the orbs and then supered to kill him.
By the way, her critical. They nerfed, or I guess buffed. I don't know. They nerfed it from the amount of meter that the opponent gains on block. I will give you one guess as to what it went to and then from.
So it went from let's see, less than a pip to like 2/3 a pip.
Yeah, pretty close. It went from 3 to 50.
Oh
Yeah. So I assume that
yeah.
EX in Street Fighter is out of 100.
I would want to assume so.
So it went from giving you a third of, 3% of your bar to half your bar if you just block or super.
That's good.
I mean, it's bad for Monot, but like, yeah, it's good for everybody else.
Well, yeah.
But still, good shit.
It's less of a nerf and more of a quality of life for everyone else.
Yeah. Looks like most of her shit is just cancel stuff. Cool. And I guess that's most of my week. I've just been trying to stream on Twitch and like hanging out with Kayla and stuff. So
Yeah, I feel you. Your streams have been a lot of fun to watch. Like I've caught a couple of them.
that's good. I feel like
I
good.
go ahead. Okay, I was gonna say I really like your Switch streams.
Oh yeah.
AK when you play like I like your Breath of the Wild streams.
You seem like you're having more
really
fun
do.
when you're playing like Breath of the Wild and stuff.
Yeah,
So those are
Yeah.
more enjoyable to see.
it's real fun to watch.
It's because I just like with League, I kind of feel like I have to be good.
Yeah.
But with Breath of the Wild, if stupid shit like that game is known for stupid shit happening.
Yeah,
so,
you're definitely more relaxed when you're playing that kind of stuff, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I like playing that kind of game, but like it can get kind of draining because the game that play doesn't necessarily speak for itself. So I don't know. It's like it's more fun, but also at the same time, like I have an inkling to do other shit. Like I kind of want to play Street Fighter right now, and I kind of want
Right.
to play Dragon Ball and shit like that. And like I could change, but
Yeah.
at that point, I'm just like, eh.
When it's one of those games where you're kind of like wandering around a lot, your mind kind of wanders, and you're like, man, I could be playing another game that's a little more punchy, has a little quicker, stuff gets done a little faster.
Yeah.
That hit of dopamine comes just a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Or conversely, the hit of getting knocked to the fucking ground comes just a little bit faster.
Salt, like the salt comes to your veins just a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting down at the restaurant for 2 hours, you get it fast food right into your veins.
Yeah. So
Hook it up right in my veins.
I don't know. I enjoy playing those, but I can only play them for like 5 or 6 hours at a time, and then I just get like, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So yeah, that was mostly it. But I'll play more of those games. Although I might end up
Alright.
playing some more Street Fighter.
Nice. I'm down to play with you. Just yeah.
I need to pick a fucking character to learn the game with, and then I can branch out into other characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Just know that like I'm very bad at holding back unless we're labbing.
I'm quite aware.
Derek, who did you choose as your starter and sword?
I chose the rabbit fire buddy.
Okay. So have you guys seen in the anime where what's his name? How or some shit? Where the fuck his name is? He tells that he basically tells that the what is it called? Char bunny or whatever? basically
Score
tells
bunny.
it Score Bunny basically tells it to fuck off.
No, I
And,
didn't. What?
In the anime, because he's like, I already know who my starter is gonna be. I want it to be Mew or whatever. And this Pokemon was like his buddy for like that episode until he decided he didn't want him around anymore. And I was like, wow, I haven't like it was like one clip that I saw and I was like, I haven't even seen this show and I fucking hate this character.
He's not. I assume it's the rival, right?
It's the new kid. I don't know if I think he might be from either Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think I know who you're talking about.
He's got like brown skin, like a black and red outfit.
Okay, in the game he wears like blue, so.
Okay, I don't know. I just know that I hate this character.
He's got like the sweater with a gray sweater.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from Sword and Shield, then.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I think his name's like
DeShon
Pip or
was talking
something, or Hop. Hop.
Pip.
It's Hop.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Hop. Okay.
Yeah. Pip would be appropriate though, because it's all England and shit.
Yeah.
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 Dick.
Oh my God.
He's not that bad in game.
He's not.
He's just a little excitable.
Usually the rival characters are always better in the games because they're less insufferable. Usually they're fucking annoying as shit in the show.
Yeah.
But it's reversed this time.
Yeah.
No, it's the same.
Oh yeah, it's the same. Yeah, he's horrible as fucking the show. Like I want to fucking see him die.
Okay, well, I was gonna say Hop is pretty bad too.
What?
I think Cameron just completely missed the conversation.
Missed the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Anyway, but yeah, no, he's better. Like he's excitable in the game, but it's just like
Yeah.
a kid who wants to be the best, not like a dick who left his score money out to die.
God,
Like that one
fucking
dude's
piece of
Charmander.
Like that
Right,
one dude's Charmander.
Like Ash should have saw that and punched Hop in the fucking nose. Like that kind of shit. Like think about Ash, who literally got every single fucking starter you could possibly get your hands on from like the first 3 generations. You know?
Yeah.
And then, but he's sitting there and the Hop's like, nah, man, I can't have this starter because I gotta have another starter. Fuck off. Fucking
He's like,
asshole.
what's breaking the rules for? Bam.
Yeah, what a dick. Like, you can't have multiple Pokemon. Fuck off.
Yeah. I will say the rival battles are getting tougher, not because they have more Pokemon, but because they just like hard leveled their Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I went
good.
out of my way to like catch extra shit and like do a little bit of grinding, and like it still was pretty rough.
Okay.
I got you.
Also because my fucking electric corgi does not learn any other electric moves than Nuzzle for like 20 levels.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Where it's like, this Pokemon is clearly of this type, but the only type of that move it learns is the weakest fucking version. It's like, come on.
It's like, congratulations, you have an extreme type advantage, and on top of that, your Pokemon has the same type advantage. It's like, your move should be doing 2.5 times the amount. But guess what? It's a 30 damage, or it's a 30 power move, so it's doing 15 damage.
Yeah, it's
Like,
frustrating.
I should have
That
one-shot the entirety of that fucking water gym, and I was trying to train up Sparky, and it was just like...
Bro, that kind of shit is why I grind so fucking hard. That's why I'll have a full power Charizard, full leveled power Charizard before I hit the first gym, because I don't want to deal with that dumb shit, you know? I don't want to deal with having to sit through that, you know? I've played Pokemon for fucking 20 years. Can I just please just get through the game? Thank you.
I feel you.
Alrighty. That's all I got. I could bitch about everything for a while, but
Sure.
I'm not going to.
Hey, for once, I don't have stuff to bitch about that much.
Nice.
I mostly played Guacamelee 2 on my PS4 because if for some reason it still wasn't working on my PC version, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy it on. I think it was on sale, so I was like, I'll just buy it.
It was free the other day.
Was it?
Yeah, like well, maybe like a month and a half ago.
Oh well, I think I had it already by that point. But yeah, that game is still super fun. Now that I'm actually getting a chance to play it properly, it is the most. It's one of those games that's like, you get a sequel and it's just more of the same, you know.
I got
But thankfully, because the first Guacamelee was so amazing, Guacamelee 2 is, just as amazing.
Yeah. So it's similar to how we hope Silk Song's gonna be.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. When Silk Song comes out, if it's even just as good as Hollow Knight, I'm like, good, perfect, awesome. Game of the decade in 2020.
Oh man, we gotta discuss what we're gonna do about that.
What 2020 game of the decade?
Game of the year for our podcast, game of the podcast thing.
Maybe you guys could just talk about Fire Force of the year. Pick the best episode.
I mean, the best episode. It's technically the best 2 episodes because they split them in half. But
Yeah.
But anyway, Guacamelee 2, yeah, full of memes. 50% of which are fucking awful because they're from like 2006, and 50% of which are pretty cool because they're just references to like other indie games, and there's a Steven Universe reference in there, and like Pokemon and Garfield, all kinds of shit, which is cool.
Okay.
Gameplay's awesome. The villain of this game of Guacamelee 2 is like an evil, like he's not you, but he's like your rival. He has all your moves. He's a stronger version of you. He's a luchador. So that's cool. Love doing stuff like that. I haven't beat it yet. I'm pretty sure I'm like super close to the end, but I'm trying to do all the super tough, platforming challenges to get me the extra endings and stuff. Because that's how the last game was. I'm not even sure if it'll give me a new ending, but the last game it was like collect these mask pieces to get a new ending. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing.
Okie dokie.
I mean, that's platformers. There's always some secret stuff out there.
That's how they go. That's how they be.
Hollow Knight was the same way. Fucking Owlboy was the same way. What else did I do? I watched a ton of Star Trek. It started snowing a couple days ago, so I've just been watching a ton of Star Trek. Just because.
Star Trek.
Next Generation.
Okay, gotcha.
Why
You
even?
enjoying it?
Why even bother with Star Wars?
Oh, that's a hard stance to make.
That switched real quick.
Because
one of them has lightsabers, and I don't know, man. Those are pretty cool.
This one has way cooler
Politics.
shit than lightsaber. Because guess what? They do cool stuff in this. They do cool stuff in Star Trek. They do cooler stuff than what's in Star Wars, and it means more because they actually think about.
I don't know, man. Do you have a light stick?
They have laser guns and cool gods who control people's minds from millions of light years away.
I was gonna say, look, if you were to just put Star Wars and Star Trek together, you would just have Gundam.
Pretty much, you would have the one half that's the hype action, and then you would have the other half that's the politics.
Yeah, you would have Gundam.
And you do have light swords. Okay, I'm in.
Next week.
Here's the thing.
So I watched all
Right,
of Gundam.
Yeah. Started with Gundam Seed, just.
Oh God. Please don't talk about Gundam Seed or Gundam Seed Destiny, please, thank you.
Go.
So here's the thing about Star Trek. Here's the thing about Star Wars. Actually, Star Wars is too simplistic. It's too black and white. It's too, these are the good guys and they're always right, and these are the bad guys and they're always wrong. Right? It's too much of that shit. And anytime you try to deviate from that in Star Wars, either they fuck it up or the fan base goes nuts and they hate it, which is fucking ridiculous.
Clarification: mainline Star Wars.
Yes, the books, the expanded universe is like they go deeper into that kind of thing. Like I've actually been reading some of the expanded universe books just because a lot of the Star Wars hype has gotten me in the mood for that stuff. I read the Darth Vader book that happens right after Revenge of the Sith, and I started the Path of Destruction, which is about Darth Bane, and those get into like the more gray moralities of the Force and what the Force really wants from people, and how the dark side, how people who are Sith and dark side, how they see themselves. But the movies never get into any of that stuff. None of the mainline stuff ever gets into the more detailed stuff you gotta think about.
I think the closest we get is in Return of the Jedi, where Luke is like kind of both.
Well, really, the closest we get now is The Last Jedi, but they fucked it up at the very end, where it just goes black and white again. Because there's like one moment where Kylo was like, come on, Ray, join me, and we'll just say fuck it to all this stuff, and we'll just take over the universe and do our own thing. But then,
it was there.
It was there for like 1 second, but then they completely just denied it, I guess. So
one thing I wish they brought up more about the dark side is how the dark side can just be passion instead of just like rage and anger and all that.
Well, that's
it can also mean.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it can also be like passion, like just someone who has a one-track mind for whatever they're passionate for.
Mm-hmm.
So it could just be like, I want to save the fucking trees, and then they go all out on saving the goddamn trees.
Who are you, Maris Brood?
No, I'm Mr. Beast. Obviously.
Oh, you're talking about that Force Unleashed character. Stop. Don't bring
Hey,
up Maris
she was
Brood
canon.
here. She was, and she got annihilated by the Disney wave.
No, because that's she's in Clone Wars.
Oh,
So she's still canon. It's just that her death isn't canon.
Yeah, her death is no longer canon. Damn it. You're totally right. Damn, what was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. But okay, here's the thing. So Star Trek has had. I think I watched 3 episodes in a row where I was like, damn, I don't know what the right answer was here. You know, like I like there was one where basically this dude was building a machine to help fix the sun of his solar system because it was gonna basically blow up and kill everybody.
Yeah.
And so they try their thing and it fails. And then he's like, all right, gotta go back to my home planet and die. And they're like, what the fuck? And they basically find out that his home planet, when you turn 60, you have a big celebration and then you kill yourself.
Oh.
And
just as God intended.
Right. So basically, he gets talked into trying to stand against this cultural thing, and basically everyone from his planet is like, you're going against everything we believed in. You know, this is our culture. How could you do this to us? How could you betray us? His daughter fucking shows up and is like, I love you, but I'm ashamed of you. And basically he finds out how to fix their son, but they won't accept it from him because he's basically become like this cultural exile. Right, exactly. So he's like, all right, I guess I'll and basically he's so overwhelmed by it that he's like, I have to go back and accept this. This is our culture. This is what we do. And I can't believe I tried to turn my back on it. And that's how the episode ends. You know, there's no Starfleet doesn't convince him to stay alive. You know, the chick he was talking to, who he was in love with, can't convince him to stay alive. You know, it's just this is just what they do. And he said they'll find out eventually. You know, they have my work. They'll find out how to do it eventually.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of episodes like that where people are put into a situation where there's no right answer. You know, they're kind of fucked either way.
Yeah.
Star Wars doesn't fucking do that. And I know it's because it's for fucking families and kids and all that shit, but it's not. It stops being interesting 9 movies in, you know?
Well, the other thing is, too, that, like, it's got a lot less wiggle room. Like, think about Star Trek versus Star Wars, is that Star Trek is a series, you know, like a TV series. And so they could have a lot more of those, like, dubious episodes where, not dubious, but, like, morally dubious episodes where they can explore that kind of shit. And Star Wars has to kind of wrap everything up. Yeah, where you can go back and forth,
yeah. You're right.
Like, but also remember that fucking God damn it, why do I keep saying that? Empire Strikes Back was, like, this huge fucking downer. And people got left on that for, like, years.
Bad guys win.
Yeah. And people hated that shit when it came out. Have you seen some of the reviews from when Empire came out?
Yeah. People hated it.
People hated it. And now it's, like, heralded as the best movie.
Yeah, it's still the best Star Wars movie.
I kind of want to go look up some of those reviews.
My point being,
they're astonishing.
Star Trek has a lot more wiggle room. And so I think if Star Wars came down to a TV series, like maybe in The Mandalorian or maybe in Clone Wars, you might find something you like.
Yeah, there is stuff like that where the some shows kind of get more into that stuff. Definitely, like, Rebels tried to, but Rebels is not really a good show. Rebels has, like, good moments where you're like, there it is, there's Star Wars. But other than that, not really. But there's, like, the bit with Darth Maul where he finds Obi-Wan on Tatooine. And Obi-Wan's like an old man and shit, and you can really see like someone who's become a paragon of the light side and a paragon of the dark side, and how the dark side, when it corrupts you and completely takes you over, you know, you hang on to that, and and that's how. And Obi-Wan defeats Darth Maul in like one stroke, like one strike.
Of course, he does.
It's supposed to be representative of how, you know, Obi-Wan has moved on from this shit, and he's trying to look to the future and trying to save the world and hold out hope for the universe. And Darth Maul's just hell bent on revenge, and you can't move past his old shit, you know. Dark side versus light side. That's more of a dark side versus light side thing that I'm like, that I prefer, because it's not just I'm evil and I want to do evil things. It's like a personal conflict.
It's like, I'm evil and I want to do evil things to you.
Right? Yeah. It's I'm consumed by the dark side because I really fucking hate this guy. You know, I can see that as more of a interesting thing to explore than just I want to take over the universe because I'm evil. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, while DeShon is hopping on a binge, should I dip out and you guys can talk about Fire Force?
Well, right before you dip out, there's a Twitter account called FGC Dad.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if have you guys heard about this Twitter account before?
No, but I should probably follow them.
Right, yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
FGC Dad is one of my favorite accounts. What he basically does, he just he claps back at people who are like yelling at fighting games, and he's like, wait, hold on there, son, let me explain to you why you fucked up. But he does dad jokes every now and then, and oh boy, do you know how much I love dad jokes. So Seth just came out for Street Fighter V, or was just announced, and Seth is a robot, and he goes, so I hear Seth is non-binary. How do they talk? With O's, ones, and twos?
It's fucking great.
I was just like, man, this is such a wholesome account. Like,
he, dad, they. That's fucking hilarious. As his pronouns on Twitter.
Yeah. But like, me checking for
monsters under my kid's bed. Yeah, I was looking at that.
that shit got me yesterday, man.
You know what's a Twitter account that I followed even before I got into the FGC? Fucking I don't know what his name is on Twitter now, but it used to be Scrub Quotex.
Oh yeah, Scrub Quotex is great. Yeah.
So he changed. Yeah, he's
Everybody
like
loves
have a Mary Scrub Quotex son right now. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Oh my god, dude, I love this fucking dude.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good because it's not me.
Right? Yeah.
I don't understand how people are still getting hate mail from fighting games.
I mean, to be fair,
Dude,
I've gotten people calling me like.
I get hate mail
very bad names.
I get hate mail from Dark Souls, dude. From Dark Souls PvP.
But like, the thing is that I want that shit. I haven't got any hate mail in the it's probably because I'm just out of the range of scrub. Because I'm in gold in like most of the fighting games I play, so I'm just outside the range of where people are just being scrubs.
I think if you
like,
like more Dragon Ball, you might do it.
You know, you're probably right.
Definitely would.
Because
you probably would if you play Tekken too. Tekken,
you need to play
that shit too.
Dragon Ball on PS4. People just like people jump out of the lobby and look up your name just to send you hate mail.
Yeah,
I think I even got some on stream. Like,
that's great.
Yeah,
that's fucking great. Because Street Fighter, none. Power Rangers, none that I know of. What other fighting games do I play on here? Marvel, none, because no one really plays that game. And Central Fiction, none, because again, no one plays the game right now. So that's probably. I guess I just need to start playing more modern fighting games other than Street Fighter.
Oh no! Why are you giving DeShon ammo?
Oh, I mean, I already want to play Tekken because fucking Tekken's fucking the coolest game ever.
Yeah, I do. I want to play Tekken.
Have you seen this Leroy Smith bullshittery? Holy crap!
Yo, I just love the fact that you can only use his cane once per match.
It's
because he doesn't want to break his cane.
Yep, I don't want to break my cane. Yeah, bro, his shit is so good. You're like, have you seen? Oh, I don't know. Have you seen the image of the Dio walking meme where he's like, so you're approaching me.
Yeah.
So there's one with Akuma, and it says finally a worthy opponent, and it shows Leroy Smith walking towards him.
Oh, so you're approaching me.
It's so good. It's so cool.
Because I just love how his fucking taunt is a counter.
Yeah, it's a parry. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my
he's
God.
the parry god. Everything can be parried by this man. Everything. It's ridiculous. It's so good. They're gonna nerf the fuck out of him.
I was gonna say, like, the best part about it being so good is the fact that I don't think it's broken, but I don't know.
It's not technically broken because it's like a kind of a decent level of like skill required to be able to pull this shit off half the time.
It's a tight window.
Yeah,
Tight window.
but it's like there. It's like, you know, spend enough time with them and like, you know, you'll be able to do it on command regularly. So,
yeah.
But you know, he's dope though. Like this is the best Tekken character. like I love Hwarang.
Look,
I love all these other characters. It's Leroy Smith.
I'm pretty sure I knew this answer already, but I need to double check and double down on it. Is this the best Tekken has ever been?
As far as like the gameplay goes and characters, fuck
Yes.
yeah. Fuck
Okay.
yeah. Like not since
Not story-wise or anything, but just as a game itself.
Like if we're talking like best Tekken games, it's number 1. Number 1 is 7, but it was like 3, 5, and tag, like the top 3. But now it's like
Gotcha.
7, 3, and 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, man,
That's good.
so good.
All right, Derek, you got anything else to say?
Follow my stream. If you guys have Twitch Prime, sub.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Where can they sub at? What is your stream?
my stream is twitch.tv/GameInSecond. My YouTube is
Alright.
Game in Second, and my Twitter is real_CS, but you can find it by searching Game in Second.
Alrighty.
All right, I will catch you guys later. Have a great Fire Force. Fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna have a quick Fire Force spoiler cast. But you can, if you guys want to dip now, you can find me at I Press the Buttons on YouTube and Twitter, or on YouTube and Twitch. And on Twitter, you can find me at IPT Buttons.
And you can find me on YouTube as Mr. Urban Buddha, and on Twitter at Mr. Urban Buddha, and on Twitch at The Urban Buddha.
All right, peace, nerds.
All right. All right, so we're gonna talk spoilers. You guys leave now, or else you're gonna hear spoilers. All right, so DeShon,
Yes.
man, these fucking upgrades they got from Vulcan, man.
So as soon as like Vulcan shows up, like as soon as they convince him to join the team, he just starts giving them all kinds of cool shit. You know, he like upgrades their
just
car. You know, gives what's his name all these new weapons. Gives her the fucking
Yeah.
it's super dope. I was kind of shocked by how useful he was, because I was like, oh, he'll just be the smart tech guy. He'll probably just upgrade a couple things. Nah, he's outfitting them with all kinds of shit.
Yeah. The other thing is that I'm so fucking happy that this show has set itself up to make power spikes not seem weird.
Yeah, like they're actually, because we were at the point where, because I think do you remember we were talking about this where we were like the characters are as really strong as they're probably going to be for a while.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they had to get these power ups all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think that was before I knew about the specific like abilities that he would be getting, because I hadn't read the manga at that point.
Yeah. So like the thing about it though is the show set up the anime or the writing set it up so that way they are still as powerful as they're going to be. However, since they figured out a new way to use their power, yada yada,
Right.
they can do some cool.
It's like
shit.
the power was always there. You just need to learn a new way of accessing it.
Yeah. So the one criticism I have to say is that it happened all in one episode, and that was a little.
Yeah, it was a little quick in the
Like-
manga too. It was like a chapter.
Yeah, because I'm just like shouldn't be able to use it that well that fast.
You're right. Yeah. Well,
I get the whole.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, because now that I'm deeper in the manga, it gets like the stuff they start doing and his ease with which he does it is like, all right, you learned how to do this yesterday. It's a little,
Now, so that's the one thing I always question. I don't know if the manga tells you about it more.
Mm-hmm.
Does it tell you how much time passes between each chapter / each panel?
I want to say it tells you like a date. And that's supposed to be like your indication of when, like, what time something's supposed to be happening.
Because I think it shows you subtly in the anime, but I just haven't caught it since it's my first time. Well,
because the anime, the way it's shot, it literally shoots it so you can see the sun going down in like a lot of ways. So you tell what time it is during the day in the episode.
Yeah, it's hard to tell how much time passes in between each investigation and each bureaucrats. DeShon, finish that word for me.
Bureaucrats.
Thank you. And that whole process takes a while, typically. Like getting like the whole time when they're like figuring out how to get stronger and whatnot, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have to get special permission to go into this area."
Right? Yeah, that'll take a while.
So I'm like, that must have taken a while. So that's probably why he's so good at doing everything already, is for the fact that he had probably a good like 2-3 weeks to practice.
Yeah, I think they explained it wasn't 2-3 weeks. It was definitely like only a few days.
Okay.
But it was way more time than either the manga or the anime kind of really made it seem.
Yeah, because it seemed like it was like overnight. Like, he learned it, he's mastered it.
Yeah, he's totally perfect at it.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're talking about, he learns to. The main character, who can, as you know, if you're watching this in spoilers, because you watch Fire Force, he shoots fire from his feet. He learns how to basically do it harder and faster and stronger.
He knows how to make it from an explosion to a jet engine.
Yeah, basically.
That's the change.
Yeah.
That's the change. He no longer explodes around like Bakugo in Hero Academia.
Yeah, it's less like him being propelled by an explosion and him being propelled by rockets. So now he's like Iron Manning around.
Exactly. Yeah. And then so that's his power up.
He So what should we even talk about next? Should we talk about something good or something that's really shitty? Because we can just get the shitty thing out of the way.
Let's talk about the shitty things, because there's a couple shitty things.
There's Tamaki and Maki, but I can't remember who's who because their names are so similar.
Tamaki, I believe, is buff girl who's best girl.
Okay, and then Maki is the shit one. It's a little because because here's the thing, even their designs are a little similar, so I keep getting them mixed up a little.
Okay, no, Tamaki is the bitch girl that we all hate.
The shit one, and then
Maki is the badass.
Yeah, okay. So Tamaki, I hate everything about her character.
I also hate everything about her character.
Like
the one cool thing she has is that she runs on all fours.
Well,
that's kind of cool.
Well, also they explain that she's like, when it comes to fire, she's more like durable. She's more resistant to fire than everybody else is. So they explain. There's one part. There's one bit where they're like, this explosion is so huge it could just fucking kill everybody here, except her maybe. They were like, except her.
Yeah. That is cool. Like, those are the cool things about her character. I don't know why they gave her the lecherous lure or whatever it is.
Yeah, the lucky lecherous lure. It sucks. It completely distracts from everything. It's just a dumb joke. Like it's. Anytime she's a moment to like prove herself and prove that she can be just as cool as everybody else, her clothes fall off, and then everybody gets embarrassed, and then that's the scene. It sucks. And then somebody else does something. Somebody has to save her, or somebody else knocks out the bad guy. It sucks.
It's cool when it's a gag. It's bad when it's a plot point.
Exactly. Like when the fight ends because her clothes fell off. That sucks. When it's like we're just fucking around, when we're just fucking around at the station and hanging out, and her clothes fall off. Haha, it's jokes. That's fine. Don't care. But when we're in the middle of a
I'm like,
fucking life or death battle and her clothes fall off and it's a big dumb joke, that completely takes away from the scene.
It also makes it like, so she's still like, the worst part about, like, the worst thing is that you are excited for her to do some badass shit. She's doing some badass shit, and then it's like, oh, by the way, all that badass shit you're doing, just remember you're a joke character.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and stop it right now, and you're just gonna be naked. It sucks. She does do like one kind of cool thing in the manga, but that's it. She's done it once. She's done it once, you know. And she hasn't done it since.
I just want to see her like take a like Naruto-esque full Jinruki. Oh my fucking. I forget what they're called. Jinchuriki form.
Yep.
With fire.
That's what it is.
As a cat.
That's what it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
okay,
that's
cool.
literally what it is.
Nice.
But she does it once, and we never see her do it again.
Oh, that's so dumb.
She literally does it during training, and then she has yet to do it since.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll come up at some point.
But
like,
that training was like 20, 30 chapters ago.
Oh, God. That's fair. As long as she's not in as long as she's not ridden in as much.
I mean, her clothes are still just falling off all the time.
Even in Soul Eater, you had the whole Blair stuff.
But she was awesome. She did stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least she was cool and like. I mean, yeah, she was a joke character, but like.
But she owned her. She owned her sexuality. The fact that she was naked, you know, she was intentionally doing it to fuck with people, and then she would either take advantage of it or she would just keep doing her own thing, you know.
And like a lot of it it's just like, oh yeah, I'm sexy, but watch me blow the fuck up out of you.
Right. Watch me turn into like a giant cat monster and whoop your ass. It was she always did something in addition to kind of being naked. It wasn't just now I'm naked.
Like the only character like this character is almost as bad as Excalibur.
Like, it's annoying, yeah. Where you're just complete like
Excalibur at least.
You take away from everything. It's a character that takes away from everything in the scene and just sucks the air out of everything. It's like, oh god, go away.
Like, Excalibur is fun the first like couple times, and it's a good thing in the anime they only did it like a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was like a 1 or 2 time gag. Yeah, it was not done often.
Yeah. But yeah, like every time you see her, it's just like, you know, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Up there it was. It happened.
Like even in the first bits where she was with Rekka, the fucking psycho, you know, high energy anime dude. When what's his face showed up to save her and he was getting ready to fight Rekka, he like trips and falls into her tits like 2 or 3 times. And it's like this is just after Rekka got done beating the fuck out of her and all this shit. And it's like like what is the tone of this scene?
That was the worst it could ever be.
Like, what the fuck? Like, what is now really the time for a fucking fan service joke? This dude just murdering children and just beat up this girl who couldn't defend herself.
I don't think we talked about it, but that scene set the tone for this entire anime.
After what I read in the manga, especially the chapters that recently came out, this is a dark ass series. Series is dark.
I was like, okay, there's a bunch of kids here, yada yada. Okay, there's a bunch of kids here, that's fine. And then one blew up, and I was like, oh god, oh god.
I think this is like it gets very religious. Like, it becomes like religious horror. Later on, it's so weird.
I'm digging the shit out of this so much.
Yeah, it's all right. So let's go ahead and get to the main event.
Okay.
So the battle between our main character, what's his fucking name? I just remember him as the Devil's Footprints because that's what they always call him.
Yeah. His
last name is Kusakabe. I know his last name is that, but I can't remember what.
Main hero in Fire Force.
Shinra.
Shinra. That's right.
Yep.
And Sho is his brother.
Yep. So Sho versus Shinra. the Virgil versus Dante fight, part 1.
Legitimately, the Virgil versus Dante fight.
Pretty much, because it's like not 1-to-1, but they're like thematically there's a lot of stuff in it that's like, oh, this is just like the Virgil fight. Like the fact that Sho is awakened like Virgil was, while Shinra / Dante is not.
And then at the same time, Sho is super calm and collected.
Right. Yep.
And you know what? I will say this one thing though that Fire Force got right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not blue and red.
For what? Their color schemes. Like yeah. So it's not so obvious that they're rivals.
Yeah.
It's like player 1, player 2.
Yeah, like this is a badass and a badass fighting, not this is character 1 and this is character 2.
Right, yeah. And I'm glad he's not just Shinra. Like Sho is not just Shinra in white. You know, he doesn't have like the same powers. He doesn't wear the same kind of outfit. He's like his own character. He's got his own thing going on.
Yeah. So this the newest episode, the Squad 8 goes and infiltrates the Evangelist's base. Yep. And so they get split up super early, so each of them has their own little character moment.
Of course, which is how you always do whenever you invade the enemy's base in everything, always. Every anime ever.
Yep. If you have everybody together, it's too easy.
Right, exactly. You would beat the enemies in one shot, so you gotta split up.
Yes, you gotta split up. So my favorite fight scene of all that obviously was the Gorilla Girl.
Yeah.
Maki,
she's a beast,
sexiest fucking badass that there is.
There's actually a bit later where they're taught where her family is like her dad. Not really, but everybody's kind of like, oh wow, she's getting buff. It's so weird. Don't you just want to sit at a desk? You know, she kind of has to deal with. She's like, what do I really want out of the Fire Force? You know. But of course, she goes back and joins the team. She's a good character. Like I said this before. Everywhere where the other, Lucky Ledger girl fails, Tamaki succeeds.
No, not even Maki. All the other female casts.
All of them, yeah, pretty much. They all have something going on that makes them interesting characters, except what's her face.
Even Squad 2's captain that I hated at first. You're right. She did finally become a character.
Yep. Told you.
I thought she was just gonna be that she still is that stereotype, but it's nowhere near as intense as I thought it was gonna be.
Bro, she's the science person. She fucking figures it out. She's she's awesome. She's not just, oh, I'm hot, and then you guys are below me. She does an off-screen smart science thing. Like, she does intelligent things on screen. You see her figure stuff out. You see her do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's frustrating when you see this other character just do nothing and then be made a fucking joke out of.
Yeah, because she could be so well. Anyways,
yeah, let's not harp on her anymore.
Yeah, we get it. We don't like her. Other people may. It's fine.
Yeah, they're wrong though.
Yeah, they are wrong. They get split up, and so the fight with her was so fucking cool for the simple fact that she's just like, oh, you guys are just people.
Yeah,
I can fight
I'm just gonna beat you up.
The fight sequence was so good too.
Yep. That's another reason why I just read the manga, because usually whenever I know something has dope animation in one episode, I'm like, all right, time to read the manga and see where all the fucking awesome shit's gonna be.
And then go watch those.
Yeah, and then go watch them. Yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing with Fire Force now, and I'm so glad they're putting the money in.
I was not expecting them to kill so many people, like,
bro. Because
when they're like, because when Squad 8 finally got in there, the Captain Obi, he was like, this is not a death fight. This is a capture or something. So I was like, okay, they're just gonna go in there, they're gonna knock some people out, and then go try to rescue Sho. Mm-hmm. No, they go in there and straight up kill everyone they run across.
Because they're evil. Fuck them.
Exactly. I was not expecting everyone to just die.
Well, that's the thing about this series. Like, it gets kind of lighthearted sometimes, and you're kind of caught up in the mystery, and it feels like a fun shonen series, right? And then when stuff starts going down, you're like, oh shit, I forgot these were psycho crazy evangelists who just want to kill everybody, so they'll just kill whoever the fuck, you know? So it's like you're dealing with a very evil enemy, so you're gonna have to, you know, return it in kind.
Yeah,
which I appreciate.
100%. I do, yeah. So yeah, she fights off a group of evangelists, and then she knocks out, or she fights the mace dude, and the mace dude doesn't go down right away, and I thought he was about to power up, and then she's just above him, and she's like, "No, you're dead now."
Man,
oh, that was great. Okay, but I will say, other than that fight, so there's 3 good fights here. I'll rank them from best to worst. Best fight had to be test of what's it called? I forget the episode's name. It's like I wear my whatever, fuck it.
Oh,
he wears his pride on his sleeve or something like that. Yeah. That episode, that was the best fight scene. It wasn't really a fight scene, but a test of morals.
Yeah. It's a battle of ideals more than just a straight fight. Yeah. But
that, I think, had the best like just some cinematic conclusion.
Well, I think because the thing about the Obi fights are he doesn't have powers, so his fights are always going to be overcoming some sort of big obstacle.
No, I was talking about the gunshots.
Oh, with the Hinoa. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Absolutely.
Well, he always does cool shit. He always does super slick, awesome shit with his powers because he has his powers barely make any sense. Where they're like, the heat from on the back of the bullet when I fired it, I manipulated that and made it bullshit. That's not how that works. Yeah, but okay.
Yeah. He has what's it called? I just propulse my bullets in whatever direction I want.
Like, I figured he would have some kind of cool sniper powers, and he in what he does is actually something I think is super cool, like visually, and it's a cool power. But like their explanation for how it works is absolute bullshit. Like, just because the fucking back of the bullet is hot doesn't mean you're gonna be able to change its direction with a fucking explosion, a mini explosion.
Yeah. Does Vulcan make him a cool thing?
I don't. Hold up.
Okay, Vulcan needs to make him a cool thing.
I want to say this isn't the fight I'm thinking of, is it?
It's the fight. It's the one where he blows up the barrels for the first time. Using his.
I'm pretty sure Vulcan makes him some more of those.
Okay,
that's what I'm thinking of, but I don't want to spoil it because if it's what I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure he makes some like better ones.
Gotcha. All right, but yeah. So, anyways, this whole fight scene is between Archer and this the gun our bullet dude from Squad 8. Let me get his name real quick.
His name is he's Lieutenant Hinoa. I can't remember his first name, but yeah, he's the guy I talked about who's like way more like in the manga. He's way more like robotic and cold than he is in the anime.
Yeah, Takisa Hinoa.
Yeah,
I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Takehisa.
Takehisa. Yeah.
Takehisa. But yeah, like that fight scene, out of all the fights that happened on that newest episode, or the like last couple episodes, was probably my favorite, just for the simple fact that it was a test of ideals.
Yeah.
And the visuals for it were just stunning.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
So Sho versus Shinra. Let's go ahead and get to that.
Okay. So right before we get to that, Takamaki, right? Or is it just Maki?
For which fight?
I'm trying to figure out who the girl we hate is.
That's Tamaki.
Yeah. So her fight with the sister, that was cool up to Letcher, whatever happens, and then it was boring.
Well, because Assault is like has some cool shit going on, but
Yeah,
he
does.
just gets beat by titties.
By tits.
So
He gets beat by anybody who has internet.
bro, there's also later on there's a whole chapter dedicated to him,
That's cool.
and like no, it's
Wait,
not.
so he's not dead? He's
No.
not dead?
Nah.
Okay. I thought they killed his ass.
That's what it seems. That's what it seemed like. Like when he comes back, I'm like, didn't they fucking kill this guy? But yeah, he comes back and he's got a whole chapter dedicated to him that sucks. So
okay, well that sucks.
because it has to do with Tamaki.
Oh, that's why it sucks then.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, so that happened. I was really happy that the fucking sister grabbed a goddamn pipe like Hagar.
Yeah, and just
beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
And then he woke back up, and they just proceeded to beat the ever living shit out of him. So that was cool. Now we can skip past that. We're gonna go and skip past Obi's fight too, because Obi's fight was literally just an info dump.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just the explanation for most not necessarily like the explanation, but hints and clues.
Answers.
And some answers too.
It doesn't give you the answers, but it does make you get more questions.
Right.
Which
yeah.
is what needed to happen.
It's progressing the mystery, basically. Like what's going on. This guy clearly knows, but he won't tell us.
Also, I'm quite happy at how they treated Lisa. That was well done in my opinion.
Yeah, her because her obsession is like the dude even explains it like this religious obsession. Yeah. Like it's a curse to people.
It's a religion obsession that makes her not scared of being combust anymore.
Yeah.
Which I think was well done.
And she's so like, even when the dude is like leaving and like walking away, even after all the horrible shit, even after all the horrible shit he's done to her, she's like, no, please don't leave me. Even though the dude she's like in love with is standing right there holding her, she's like, no, master, please. So it's pretty heartbreaking. I will say in the manga they don't really explore that as much.
Okay.
It kind of stops here. Well, they kind of took her back.
That's probably where it should stop. I think up to this point it's been handled well. But
they don't really acknowledge the fact that she was brainwashed.
Well, yeah. I don't think they should. Like, I don't think they should. They acknowledge it, but I don't think they need to go heavy into that.
Well, they don't go into it at all, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Her character arc just stops.
Oh. Okay.
So.
Yeah, all right. Maybe they should have gone a little bit. Like, I figured you're saying like they don't like go into it heavily.
She just becomes like a background character. She's like just there in shots now. She doesn't really talk much. She might chime in when Vulcan says something, or when they mention the doctor, the plague doctor guy, but she doesn't really do much. All right.
So, but yeah, he's a cool, weird mechanical mess. The plague doctor dude, he's a mechanical mess, and I don't really care about him that much at all.
Well, because he's just evil scientist man who's there to tell you what happens. Yeah.
So okay, so that I think is everything that happened. So so now we can get on to the main stuff. I'm gonna let you take it away from here.
All right. So, basically, we're Shinra's been after his brother this whole time. That's basically his whole mission. Now he caught a glimpse of him back when they went and got Vulcan in the earlier episodes, and now he's finally here. Finally here to save his little brother. Only it turns out his little brother wants fucking shit all to do with him, and
he fucking is disgusted.
Really hates his guts. He hates his guts so much that he starts talking mad shit about their mother, and Shinra doesn't like that. And then the fight starts.
No, Shinra does not. And boy, oh boy, does the fight start. So we start off with them like full screen, like huge distance away.
The weird, like this is what I'm talking about. That was not in the manga. Them fighting all around Licht or whatever, dashing all around him and doing all that crazy shit.
right before that happens, like they're full screen from each other, and then Shinra is all of a sudden just has his hand on his brother's shoulder, like, "Hey, don't talk about mom like that."
Because they're really pushing Shinra as just like this insanely fast character, which will play into what happens later in the fight in the next episode.
So yeah, the fight begins like you're saying. They're fighting all around. The whole footstep thing was so fucking cool.
Super fucking cool. So stylish. It was like you're really getting the devil's footprints out of this shit. It's so weird. That's a motif that keeps coming back, even though it's not like super important to anything, you know.
Yeah.
But
I think is that an anime pushed more in the anime than it is in the manga?
Yeah, because you don't really see the footprints as much. It kind of just becomes.
Do they mention the footprint?
Which ones? You mean the ones where he was, the ones while they're fighting, or the ones that led him to his brother?
The ones that they're just talking. Like, you know how they bring up the devil's footprint all the time?
Yeah. Well,
is that brought up a bunch in the manga?
Well, I mean, it's just his nickname. So
okay.
Because it's just his powers. Like whenever he activates his powers, of course, his feet burst into flames, and whenever he moves, there's just the footprints. So,
okay.
But it's just basically just what he's called. I'm sure it will end up playing some sort of, have some sort of importance to the story. It just does not right now, as far as the manga is concerned. So basically, Sho and Shinra are fighting. They're fighting so fast that the eye can't even see them. And we get once the fight kind of is even, we get to see the first hint of Sho's power, where everything kind of just stops. A bunch of feathers made out of fire start floating down, and then Sho can just do whatever he wants. He hits Shinra so hard he flies into a wall and it shatters the wall.
And then quickly after, Smart Man does smart things and learns what his powers are.
Yeah, basically his whole job, like I said, like he's like, what the fuck is this guy's powers? It's as if time stopped, but can you even do that with pyrokinesis? Like, this is what this is what I meant when I told you they figure out his powers, but they're like, what the fuck? What do we do?
Yeah, like, I'm so happy that Lich was there because, man, I was just like, it would have made no sense if someone didn't explain it, and it would have been boring if Sho was like, oh, this is how my powers work.
Right, if he had just said how his powers worked, right. Like,
until that...
No other character would have known what the fuck was happening. Only, like, Lich or the Squad 2 captain could have done it, Hibana.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, man. I was going to say, like, as soon as he was like, I put 2 and 2 together as soon as he started saying universes. I'm like, this is going to be some sort of, like, he goes through time into a different universe, and it's not even that. It is, he heats up the world so fast that it expands the universe just enough for him to move in.
It's actually the opposite.
Is it?
So
he cools it down?
He's absorbing the heat in the universe so expansion stops, which stops time.
That is sick as fuck.
Dude, it's crazy. So his thing is like, who the fuck could possibly be powerful enough to do that? Who could? There's no way a single human, especially a child, could do something like that. So it's wild what they're doing, like with pyrokinesis. Like that's where I was like, okay, pyrokinesis is nuts and can be used for literally anything, I guess.
Yeah.
If you could like stretch the definition of it enough.
Which also explains why what's his name could dodge the blade.
Well, go ahead.
Fucking sword dude. Our sword dude on Squad 8. His name is fucking
Arthur.
God,
yeah,
damn.
there you go. Yeah, Arthur.
Arthur. Yeah, right. Why didn't we know that name? That's like obvious.
Yeah, because it's King Arthur.
Yeah. that explains why Arthur was able to dodge the blade even
Yeah.
in that time stop, because he's all about himself, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Oh,
taps
also,
into
well,
something.
here's the thing about Arthur. Arthur is like a mega genius badass. It's kind of weird.
When it comes to fighting, or just in general.
What? Sometimes in fighting and sometimes in general. Because remember when that dude was pretending to be that little girl in one of the earlier episodes, and he wasn't fooled by it at all.
Yeah.
He was like, "It's clearly an old man." He just beats her up, and it's like, "Yep, it was an old man."
That made me laugh so hard.
Like, stuff like that happens a lot to Arthur, where he's just too stupid to be fooled or too stupid to realize that he's being beaten, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like he can tap into something similar to that, which allows him to like move with ease.
Well, they say his flame, because of his will, it burns hotter for whatever reason. That's why he was able to block arrows, because, that shit. Arthur's got like main character ass shit going on. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is pretty cool though.
It's cool. He's a cool character.
So Sho and Shinra are like fucking bouncing around doing all this cool shit. I love how like Link was against the wall, and then all of a sudden there's a
yeah, like Sho tried to take that second to kill him for some reason. So he was like, he's just standing there. I'm gonna take my shot. Just get rid of him while I can. And Shinra had to stop him. Yeah, Shinra being the hero once again.
Yep.
That's super cool though.
Yo.
So so here's my thing. So we know his power is time stop. All right.
Yeah.
How do you think Shinra will possibly be able to beat time stop?
The only thing I could think of, like now that you explained it, that he's absorbing heat, is overwhelm his body so that he can't heat up anymore, which means he can't absorb any more heat. Because that's the stupid protagonist thing to do. But I don't think this show's gonna go that way.
It does not.
I didn't think so.
So Sho slows down time. He slows everything else down.
Mm-hmm.
Huge spoilers incoming. So what would Shinra do that is the opposite, that would only, that would allow him to move within the stop time?
He would speed up time, so that way time is regulated again.
He wouldn't speed up time. He would speed himself
up. Yeah, well, yeah. So that way he's moving at normal speed while in time stop.
But speed, when it comes to time, doesn't matter. Unless you're moving at the speed of light.
I see.
So we'll get there. We'll get there next episode.
Okay. Yeah, big spoilers, but I'm excited. Yeah, that makes sense though, because Sho is not stopping time, but slowing it down to such a degree that it seems like time is stopped.
Exactly. So here's the thing about light. It is not affected by time. Not really. When you're moving at the speed of light, it is not affected by time.
Now, hold up. Anime is not affected by time. There we go.
Exactly. Because when we finally see what happens and they explain it, it's crazy, ridiculous bullshit anime science. But
yeah,
that's what we were working with from the beginning. So
fair. You know what? These people have fire coming out of their body.
Exactly.
What am I questioning physics for?
Like a 14-year-old absorbing the heat from the universe stops expansion, which somehow stops time. If that doesn't sound like a bunch of nonsense to you, I think you should probably go back to school.
That's gonna be fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, it's super cool. I like that. So we've seen people get hit with like the back of a sword before, right? We've seen people get like knocked out or clonked on the head. This motherfucker is hitting him hard as fuck with the back of that sword.
Oh, I bet. So, getting away from the fights, because fight scenes you can only explain so much before it sounds dumb. there's one thing that like crossed my brain that I don't think is a thing, but I just it tickled my fancy. So you
Mm-hmm.
know how they call Shinra the Adola Burst and whatnot,
The Dola
the
burst, yeah.
Adola Burst,
Yeah, yeah.
and how the reactor was started using Adola Burst, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do they just have some dude trapped in a fucking dungeon, and every now and then they poke him with a stick and tell him do the thing?
In the reactor,
Yeah,
you're
I know.
super
I know.
close.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be that, but I feel like that's kind of how the whole thing started. They like captured some dude within the Dola Burst, and the evangelists are trying to create a second reactor so that way they can take over the world.
Kinda. You'll see. I mean, the series will get there, and
Yeah,
it'll explain everything
yeah.
and what happens. You're close though. You're kind of close though. You're nearly there. The only
All
reason
right,
you're not there is because the show literally has not told us something yet. You know.
that's fair. I'm glad I'm going the right direction because that's exactly what I thought when they were like, "Oh yeah, we need the Adilla Burst." I'm like, did they really just take some dude who had it and like back in the old times and like chained him to the fucking factory?
And well, because here's the thing, they introduce something that like throws like a big, not necessarily a wrench, but a rock, a little tiny rock.
Yeah,
You know.
into the gears.
And it kind of chokes stuff up, you know, but it kind of breaks the rock a little bit and kind of cracks the rock and then slides it out. But then like a little bunch of smaller rocks come out and then it breaks those rocks and those rocks get slid out. You know, it's like the works are
It's a
still
process.
going, but every now and then you'll get like a little thing that you're like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I got you.
It's like the the Squad 7, how they had that fire in their town a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
We don't know the whole story.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's stuff like that where you're like, okay, this mystery is getting a little mysterious, but okay. Starting to sound like an anime. Okay, we're getting there.
I got you. All right. So the last thing I do want to kind of mention is fucking Joker.
He's weird, but he's cool.
That dude, like, I have flip flopped on that character so much on what I thought he was, like, because I don't have all the information yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh man, this dude's gonna be like second command of the evangelist, and then
Well, I actually kind of got the vibe that he was not going to be a villain pretty early on. Like, I got the vibe he was kind of more like, because he even calls himself an anti-hero, like at one point.
yeah, well, so I didn't think he was gonna be a villain for 100%. I agree with you there. Like I caught wind that he wasn't gonna be a villain, but the thing that got me is I thought he was gonna be part of the evangelist
Right.
early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got shown, and then the evangelist showed up, and then he showed up again, and I'm like, oh man, this guy is going to be like a spy in the evangelist, or like he's an evangelist, but he doesn't
the way they
go
kind
with
of
their morals.
The way they kind of introduce him, you would expect him to be like maybe like the Orochimaru. You know, he shows up and he seems he's weirdly nice, but he's also obviously sinister. You know, he kind of fucks with you a little bit, fights you a little, but you start. And here's the thing. I'm going to say, I personally feel like when they revealed his backstory in the manga, I was slightly disappointed by kind of just what it was. But other people will probably like it. Because it's the mystery behind who he is not really a mystery. Gotcha. You know, it's not really there isn't like some big reason this stuff was hidden. It just kind of was. Because nobody, it just wasn't brought up in conversation. Like kind of like Kakashi, how Kakashi's past, how nobody really talked about his eye or anything.
DeShon, I want you to stay quiet. Don't say a single word. But I'm gonna say two things real quick. Don't say anything after this.
Okay.
Is it Shinra and Sho's dad? And okay, we're back to the normal talking points. We're not going to talk about that at all. So his backstory comes up, yada yada. They don't bring up much stuff.
That's like way later. Well, maybe not way later. Actually, I think like the next time we see him, they go into his backstory. in the
Okay,
anime,
cool.
so which probably shouldn't be
Um,
too long.
I just love the fact that like he was not part of the evangelist. He's just some cool dude who hangs out with Lich,
He's just
and
some bro. He's just a
and
rebel.
he shows up and goes. The hero shows up in time,
Yep.
and then breaks Shinra's or breaks Sho's sword,
Yep.
and then goes, "Did my job, bye."
Later. And
That,
remember,
like, his whole-
he says, "I could probably take Sho in a fight," indicating
It might
how
be
powerful
close.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it might be close, but I could probably take him. But
So
like
here's the deal.
His whole shadow thing is cool.
So right now, the 3 straight up toughest dudes in the series are the Company 1 captain,
Captain. Yep, that's what I thought.
Company 7 captain,
Uh-huh.
and Joker.
And Joker.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sho because he just breaks the game.
Yeah, Sho because he has broken ass powers. But when they explain later how his powers actually work, you're like, oh, you're not as tough as I thought you were.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where it's like until you learn the matchup, they seem broken, and they're
Exactly,
like, oh wait, no,
yeah.
there's one huge exploitable weakness.
Exactly. Well, all right. This spoiler cast is getting a little long in the tooth, so let's go ahead and finish it there.
I think we're good on it now. We'll probably come back when some other crazy shit happens, but
Oh yeah.
we'll make this a segment so that way it's attached to the podcast, and then we'll just post it later.
Right.
as
Yeah.
a separate-
It probably. Yeah, I'll post it later. It's its own thing. I'll just.
Alrighty.
All right, folks.
You guys all take care. Laugh at yourself. Be good. Don't get blown up. We'll catch you guys next time.